Welcome back to Weeding It Out, exit interviews for the greenhouse. This is banishment number 5. What a damn shame.
What a damn shame is right.
Absolutely furious that you're at my sweet table right now. I mean,
two, because this is bullshit.
What a game.
This is honestly bullshit.
I know you have opening thoughts.
I do have.
I do want to hear what you have to say
Sure,
right off the bat.
I was put in this position for telling the truth.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because I was telling my ally some information that would help us both get further in the game. And now I'm out, and there's many people that have told me that they don't trust Claire, is the ally in question, that they don't trust her either. So it actually stabbed her own self in the back also. So, I think it was a terrible move on her part to immediately... Do I need to recap what happened? What went down? Do you want me to?
I would actually like that for this, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so, the round before the daisy chain, me and Christian were talking. Me and Christian had been in cahoots since the beginning, right? And I did trust him. And he said, look, it's going to be probably an easy week next week. We could get Meredith out. But why would we do that? Why not? Like, she's not going to win anything. So why don't just keep her as a target later on, yada, yada, yada. I said, okay, sure. And so he spearheaded the get whoever's sitting next to Meredith out. Which he did, and everyone knew that. That was common knowledge. But he also said, you know, I'm not very sure about Claire and Brandon. They look very close. He says, and I wouldn't mind seeing one of them go. Now, I think he implied that it was later down the line. However, this happened right before Daisy Chain, and I was like, okay. So I was like, I don't want to see either one of them go, because I really do like both of them. And I would like to work with both of them. So, I didn't think Meredith would put either one of them up next to her. So, I didn't feel the need to tell them that information right now. Why cause that drama in this? There's no point. So, I didn't. Things happen, whatever. Next round, I go talk to Lainey. I'm like, listen, I don't feel comfortable holding this from y'all. I want to tell you. It was just me and Lainey, so I told her. And then Claire comes up, and I was like, well, if I tell Lainey and not tell Claire, Lainey might think that's kind of sus. So let me tell Claire also. So I said, look, I just want to let you know that this happened. Just be aware for the future. I wanted you to know that information. She said, okay, cool. Well, she immediately goes to Christian, and they have a very heated discussion, where she not only, well, she says, this is what I heard, but she also said, I heard this from Maddie. So, I did not tell her that I was pretty sure I was the only one Christian told this to, but I know he would have picked that up from that conversation regardless, but she said my name also, which freaked me out. I was like, why would you do that? Like, why, what's the point in that? Whatever. So, I know it was in the heat of the moment, and she was angry and these things, and she went to it. And I don't necessarily blame her 100%. I blame her a little bit, but, I understand why she did it, but it was just the way that it was brought about. I feel like the smarter move was to keep that into your arsenal and use that later down the line, and not have this big drama, which her and Christian are now mixed in, which puts a target on both of their backs, but also throwing your ally, who just gave you this information, under the bus, who's trying to help you. So it just kind of sucks that this happened the way that it happened, because I was only trying to help my own allies. Right. So that's what happened.
I have always known you to play, because you are a seasoned player, I've always known you to play a pretty honest game. And I that's what you did. I want to know how you think the people that were dishonest to you, in which you said, Claire, Christian, do you think that's going to jeopardize their game, or how do you think they're carrying on?
Well, I think a bunch of people at least they told me, being both Lainey a little bit and definitely Drake, that Claire's now looking very wishy-washy, and she looks like she's almost in cahoots with Christian now. And it would almost make sense for them to team up, because no one would really expect it, and they're like, oh, whatever. Because I think a lot of people are kind of starting to see them as that could potentially be a problem.
Yeah.
So I do think that they're not in the best position I know they can't win any powers this week, so I'd be really interested to see who goes out next. And if it is Claire, it'd be like, you directly fucked over both I don't know if I'm supposed to curse.
You can.
You directly screwed over both me and yours games.
Yeah.
Directly. And this is what happened. And it could have been avoided, and we could have gotten Christian out at some point, and we could have made it to the end. Which I didn't really want to be in the end with Claire, but that's fine.
Right.
And I almost did not tell her that information. I almost didn't tell anyone that information. I almost kept it close to vest and was going to stay loyal with Christian, but I also just didn't want to see Christian at the end with me because I didn't think I could beat him either. So I was like, if I can sow a little bit of distrust between Claire and Christian, she'll go for him, and he'll be out, and I won't have to worry about that. I can worry about Claire later down the line. Enough people I think don't want to see her in the finale that I don't have to worry about that right now.
Yeah.
So I almost didn't say anything, and I really was thinking to myself, I shouldn't say anything. But I was like, I'm playing on two different sides of this game, and I'm gonna have to pick one eventually, and it might as well just be now, because we're getting to the point where the few people I weren't talking to were the targets of conversation, and they were more likely to be the next ones out. And then I would have been really shit out of luck, because I'm like, it's only allies left, and I don't want to have to show all of those cards at once. This way I thought I could maybe show like one or two and keep still a few a little secret.
Do you have any close allies that you really thought had your back that might still actually?
Actually, yes. I'm kind of like, that vote was very revealing, and I'll because I talked to Brandon before the auction ended, and I was like, look, no matter if Drake's up next to me, do I have your vote? He said, oh yeah, of course. Okay. Both Claire and Lainey both said they don't want to say because me and Drake were all in an alliance. That we had kind of we agreed to like a final four. And so they were like, I don't want to say either way because we both, we're close with both of y'all. So I was like, that's understandable. Which also just could have been a cop-out to not tell me that they wanted to vote me, but it's whatever. I tried to talk with both John and Meredith, be like, look, I'm willing to owe you a debt. I'm not gunning for either of you. I have never lied to either of you, and I just, I don't have anything to lose at this point. I'm just trying to keep my life in this game. But they said they would consider it, but I guess they thought that Drake would be a better asset moving forward, so. And then I think Christian might have played a banked vote, which he also told me. He said, look, I just wish you would have come talk to me earlier than when you did. And I was like, I was talking to people, you were talking to people, I didn't want to interrupt, yada, 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 whatever. He said, but if you make it past this round, I'd be willing to try to mend fences. But being that he played a banked vote against me, it's like, were you really going to ever mend fences? Mm-hmm. Probably not. So I know I definitely won't if either, well, I guess it depends on who's in there, but I don't think I would vote for Claire or Christian in the finale just because I feel like they both directly screwed me over.
Right.
But
I'll be excited to see who gets to that final round and where jury goes. I think we're looking at a really messy game. Yeah. In a shocking way. I didn't expect it, but I wanted this, so
right,
I'm,
of course,
I manifested it, I think. But if you could go back, would you play a bitchy, sneaky game, or would you still have kept it honest and kept your integrity?
I probably still would have. I said when I got here that I would maybe play something different, but I just, if I thought about it and I was like, I wouldn't feel good about it.
Yeah.
It would just eat away at me, and I don't like that. I'm a no bullshit player. I keep it honest, whatever. And so I probably would have still kept it honest, but I wouldn't necessarily. I could have still said that I never lied to anybody and just not have said what I said to Claire. Yeah. And I think I probably would still be in the game if that would have happened. So, yeah, I think I probably still would have played honest, and I think I probably still could have gotten far. Who knows? A bunch of those people have played online, or
right.
There's a good people who have played offline. I won Season 2 online, so I didn't know if that was going to also be a topic of conversation, you won this game in a different reality, but, you still won this game, why keep her to the end? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know what could have been,
yeah.
But that is my downfall, was for telling the truth to my ally.
I have one more question, just because it's fun and shady.
Sure.
Do you think there are any floaters still left in this game? Do you think anyone's genuinely being coattailed through right now?
I think John and Meredith are kind of, I think people are trying to slowly start to bring them into the fold, but I don't know if anyone fully trusts them because they are so close, and a lot of people are scared of that, but they're also like, okay, they have a lot of seeds, what can we do to mend that? And that's why I was trying to get people to be like, hey, just keep giving me seeds. I know I'm not going to win Uproot, but we're flushing out all of their seeds, and you're going to get your seed right back, because I'm not going to win it. I'm going to give it directly back to you. And that's, I got 3 from people, so that, you know, but I mean, they're floating in a way that no one's really trying to take a huge shot at them. They're trying to drain their seeds, but like, if you were really trying to drain their seeds, you would have continued to try to give me seeds to drain it even more.
Right.
But I digress.
Love. I'm getting there.
Okay, just checking.
Did you have any seeds remaining at the end of the game?
Oh, I do. They're not in there.
It's okay.
I had 2. I promised Drake 1 of them, and the other one I don't know where to give that. I never promised it to anyone else. I told Drake I would think about giving him both of them. And being that, I guess I don't know if I can trust any of them, because wow, Brandon was the only person that told me that he wouldn't vote for me. I thought about giving him it, but being that he did vote me out, which I understand he's been saying he wants to go with the house, but whatever. I guess I'm gonna give them both to Drake, because I don't know if I really trust anybody else in there to have that, you know? I don't think they deserve it after this point.
Yeah.
So I'll give them both to Drake now.
I love it. I love your absolute, you know, this is when it's fun for you to be truthful.
Yeah.
Because you're right.
Yeah.
And I like that you're roasting everyone. It's
Well, I mean,
fulfilling something in my heart.
I don't have anything to hide. I mean, what's the point? Like,
Certainly
people
not.
get pissed off about it. I mean, I guess they get pissed off if you tell the truth also, but like, damn.
And I know I will see your ass at jury.
Yeah,
So
I will
I'm
be there.
looking forward to it, girl. I honestly can't wait. That concludes our questions.
Okay. First, we're gonna put fucked up, because this whole banishment is fucked up. Because it should have never happened. What did he say? Conspiring bitches. Conspiring. Conspiring bitches and, robbed. I feel robbed. I feel robbed a lot. That's good enough, I guess.
Love you, mean it. Where's the hammer?
She's got it. I dropped it.
Oh, yeah.
We ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Ooh!
Do I finish it off?
You
Do
can
it.
if you want to go for it. If you feel the
Drop
need.
a little bit lower.
You did good.
I didn't even see it. It just
Yeah.
disappeared.
It goes away.
Yes!
Lovely.
Wow.
That was great.
Okay, every new one is my favorite.